What is up guys, Wraec is here with a new video, and today with a video about one of the most unpopular heroes in the game, and I'm of course talking about Kafra. Kafra was the weakest hero at release of this game, and since then, whenever you ask a person who is the weakest hero, he will often be the answer, despite, well, not longer being the weakest hero. There's actually Chippy and Hemi in the game, and they are far weaker, but today we are trying to make this guy work, and I can tell you, I somehow managed to. I don't know. We somehow managed to, and it's actually scary. And here we are, of course, fighting Andre. I tried to keep it at a similar power level. The initial thought was, well, we only have Supreme plus Kafra, so fighting somebody like Atraxi or Brownie with like all those P4 heroes, that already kind of falls with the rivalry stats. So I tried fighting Andre, tried to keep the Paragon level similar. He has no faction skill activated, so we kind of have a huge advantage from that already. But yeah, let me just show you the fight, and be prepared, it's kind of crazy. Yeah, so that's 1 gone, 2 gone, and 3 gone, and that is basically the entire fight. Yep. So, yeah, kind of insane, I have to say. And it only gets worse when we up the Paragon level, actually. So if we go ahead and let's just put in a hero that is actually pretty good for this team as well. Linking 2 heroes, obviously we can use that. So let's put the Lawson in there. Let's check that again. Check this out. Bam, one shot nearly. And that is it. So 7-second fight with Kafra as main damage dealer, dealing like 19 billion damage over here. And I mean, I can't get enough from watching that, because it's actually just so stupid how much damage he deals. And it's true damage, really, quite a lot of it, because, well, we are of course using the strategy that I already used for one of my last videos, where we just did some attack scaling stuff. And the idea really is you use the Lightforge spell, which gives you a huge attack buff, has attack in here and has attack in the effect, and then you use Hugin. And Hugin will give the hero that is behind him also an attack buff, will give an attack buff with his ult, and also has this very nice ability that converts 40% of the damage dealt into true damage. And of course another 10% attack buff over here, which is really, really nice. So we get a ton of attack from that already. And then there is actually something that I thought was quite insane, because we also have an attack buff of 40% on Kafra today, or in this season, and 40 haste. So, yeah, I guess it kind of stacks up. I don't know. I mean, we can try fighting somebody a little bit stronger. I mean, against him, we don't really need to hold back. We have endgame here. He's still named Wraec, though. With his Celestial Hypogean team, including a Harak. So it's quite a stretch to fight this with a Supreme plus damage dealer and only 1 unit on the faction tiles, because if we place him on the right faction tile, obviously we can't place Hugin in front because there is this low barricade. Yeah, they're quite far behind in terms of like the power here. So I mean, we can try. I'm not confident this is actually going to clear. Oh my god. We actually got a one-shot on the twins, and that's it. Let's check this again. I mean, this was by far a lot better than I thought. I think if we didn't give him that opening with the Leica, I think we might have stood a chance. We gave him quite the opening there. So maybe let's try this again. This was a lot better than I thought, because we got like a huge hit already at the start. Let's see if we can do something against this Leica. Like, not in terms of doing something actually against her, that she's going away, but maybe we use those twins. He has like this double twins setup, which is a bit weird. Is this better? Because, I mean, obviously we can't put it on the second twin as well. So, in this situation, we have double twins now. Great. Great. That is something we don't need. Maybe going with the Tazi? Or we go with the Heathen. Just double heal there. Going for full sustain, just hoping that he clears. Or we just go for the Limei. Is obviously good. Let's try this. Let's try this. I'm kind of confident that this is going to work. We have the big hit over here. We didn't get the kill. Okay, now we got the kill. Okay, next hit there. We got another hit. Come on, come on. Big hit, big hit, big hit, big hit, big hit, big hit, big hit. Ah, we lost the Lawson and the Lime already. Ah, that is bad, that is bad, that is bad, that is bad. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Ah, okay. I mean, we got some good damage at the start. It just wasn't enough. It just wasn't quite enough. Can we do anything more to buff that, though? Let's see. I don't think the Lily May has done a lot for us. We still need like 3 welder units on the board, though. There was a lot of fighting over here. Surprisingly, quite a lot of fighting over here. Can we do something for the buffs? Okay, I'm not too confident this is going to work, but the idea is our Kafka is of course going to attack this twin first. But this twin and this twin are the same unit. So they're both going to lose HP, and then we're going to link this over to the Bonnie. So the initial hit should do a lot of damage like this. But I'm not sure it's going to work, so we just have to try, I guess. Let's see. We get the dash over here, get the hit, get the kill. It doesn't seem to link though. At least doesn't look like it. Okay, Kafra, come on. And there we go! We got it actually. Okay, that is crazy. That is crazy. I mean, do we have Paragon advantage? He has a P4 there, he has a P4 Harak. He has the Supreme plus twins, I guess. Bonnie P2 and the P2 Fresto. I mean, we got a little bit of Paragon advantage, I guess. 2 P4s. And this is a Celestial unit though, so a little bit closer than I thought. So it's nearly the same, really. It's nearly the same. He's not using a Season artifact. That is, of course, a big difference. That is, of course, a big difference. And we are using Lightforge spell, which is a bit of cheating. Let's watch that replay, because I was like a bit busy. We got the big hit there. Got the kill over here. Then going back in, getting the kill on the right Fresto, of course, is huge. Getting stunned there. And then just the immediate dash. Like, the movement speed of him is honestly quite crazy. That is honestly quite crazy. Let's save this formation. Yeah, we're going to delete that. I'm saving too many formations, guys. I don't know. That is something that I do way too often. Can we fight Brownie with it? Can I fight Brownie and then like just let him? Oh no, we tested stuff with Hugin. He still has that set. Okay, we can't surprise him with that. We can try against Atraxi, but like the chances are. They are not there. They are not there. Full P4, guys. Full P4. There's a Callan. Oh, it's not even full P4. Okay, let's just get our heroes in there. We're just going to see what happens. We can use this one this time. I don't mind that link. That link is actually alright. That is useless. Like, that is so bad if we do this. We can do this, I guess. He's not using Stormstrike. That is good. If he were using Stormstrike, we would have quite a problem here, because he has a Gravebond stuff. Yeah, I don't know how he's actually going to handle those barricades. Those might be a problem. If that is the case, then we have to move Lorsan away from the tile and have to put him over here. Because being in there is probably not... Oh, he didn't care at all. But like, there's a Callan. I mean, that is an issue. Obviously. We got the insta-kill on the Hugin. Ah, no. No, of course, I mean, with the Siren. I mean, we don't... Oh, yes, Siren, okay. I didn't even see the Siren. Ah, that destroys our damage, obviously, because we don't get the Lightforge spell. Our initial hit is just not that good. He has the Siren to defend. I mean, we got a big hit there. But really, he's well protected by the Siren. Honestly, if there is a season coming up where he might just be needed... That is actually good protection. And we're running burst, so no chance against Atraxi. No chance against Atraxi. Okay, Swampy Tough, we also fought him before. Level 37, by the way, on the Wild File. Thank you for that, that's insane. We fought this team before, so I'm not too sure this is actually going to work out well. He is using Stormstrike spell, which obviously means I would love to run Siren, but we are actually not going to do that. We're just going to go in there. I want to see what we can do. Which is not much, because this stuff is just too strong. Yeah, I think we're reaching our limit. If we had like a P4 Kafra, I think we would have done some major stuff here. But like, it's just like with the with this not even Paragon Kafra, you can't just go into the fight and expect to win. Not against those whales, I guess. Okay, let's fight Unreal one more time with this like super high Paragon team. Let's see how this looks. Bam, big hit, big hit. Big hit, and basically it's just like he's running to a hero and that hero just drops. Absolute madness. Okay, let's take a look at these skills now, because I want to show you guys how this really works and what I did for the hero. Because obviously, I mean, there are some points for that Kafra that is maybe not the same for everybody else. So, first of all, I don't have a +10 weapon. Brownie I talked to before and he said, it would be so annoying to upgrade this to +10 when I actually test this hero. But I think you don't really have to. The thing with those older heroes is, like the first generation of those released heroes was really that many of them have their special stuff at +5. It's not only the case for him, it's actually a case for, I think, most the A-tier heroes. Let's take a look at one other. There we go. Can check on Tundra. And yeah, check this out. And Tundra gets the special stuff also at +5, and then the +10 and 15, that is really some standard upgrades. So I think for Kafra, the thing that you want to have is the +5, most definitely, because that, again, gives him the shield, which is pretty cool. And then you can optionally upgrade this to +10 and +15, which again was above the stats, but you have 250%, and this upgrades to 260, 270 with, of course, the attack buff and everything. I went to +8 because that maxes out the crit and def penetration you get from stat upgrades, and crit is really, really nice, especially if you can convert to true damage. And then I have him at Supreme Plus. He has actually quite huge multiplicators. He has like 500% of cast attack already on the ult, which is a lot, upgrades to 550% later, and we could add ultimate power later on in the season for another 4 times 50, so 750% on there, not bad at all. Then we have like his other abilities, Relentless Chase, not Chase, Chase. He always chases an enemy with a forest mark, which is inflicted by his ult. And this enemy that he chases then gets dealt 280% damage to. That later on gets upgraded to 520%, really, really great for his first one. And stuns them for 1.5 seconds, which you can upgrade to 3.5, which with skill power. So really, really good. We have some fist def reduction, which is not a whole lot, 15%. It's not too bad. Some HP restoration, which with very, very, in almost 0.375. Some attack increase again, and I think that is really the thing that makes him work this season. We just have this attack increase, we have the attack increase from our, from our charms, where we have the 40% attack and 40 haste, which is really nice. And then we also, of course, have the attack increase from Lightforge spell, which is another 40%. And then we have the attack increase from Hugin, and we have true damage conversion, and we have everything that we get also from the Wildertal in this scenario, where we also have the concealed state and everything. So this is also pretty great. With non-ultimate skills, we deal 21% increased damage right here, and of course just the regular attacks from him already deal a huge amount of damage. And I think, is this really a super bad hero? I actually was surprised. Like, I think it's actually not too bad. Like, it's decent. You don't have a supreme hero here. We have a Supreme Plus hero, actually. You have a hero here that is just doing pretty solid, even in those conditions. I think the season conditions, this season specifically, in Chains of Eternity, are just really great for him and allow him to shine. I think a few of those older units are actually able to shine, because attack scaling is something that you can put on many heroes. On some heroes it's really interesting. I really wonder about Sessia, for example. If you attack scale Sessia, the monster gets bigger. I forgot what his name was of the monster, doesn't matter. Actually gets bigger, and that could be interesting as well. So there are a few things where you can say, okay, it is actually really nice. And if you have a big multiplier and then convert that to true damage, yeah, that's worth a lot. So a pretty cool hero. you can use in some niche situations. And if you just want to demoralize your opponent, maybe use the strategy that I did and sneak in a little attack on a friend of yours, send him the repeat of the fight, and then just say, yeah, I beat you with Kafra. That is probably the best thing you can do, because that is always a nice thing to do, and he will hate it, or your friend will hate it, and yeah, pretty great. So, for the end of this video, as always, if you haven't already, click the link down in the description. There's a link that leads you to Lootbar. You can just support me there by buying your dragon crystals in their shop. It's very, very easy and cheaper than actually in the Firelight Mall, and I get a % share of that, so that is pretty cool if you do that, and a lot of people already did, which I'm very thankful for. Other than that, I wish you a great day. We'll see us in the next one.